Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome to our 6th episode of Talks with Expert series. Today I have a very special guest with me, who is our 3D lead artist in Seaport game. Hi Peter.
Hello.
I'm very happy that I can do the interview with you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
So before we dive into the interview, please make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. So let's jump to the first question. Seaport did some major changes in the graphic design a few weeks ago. So can you tell me why it was necessary to change the graphic design of the buildings and the port? Was it scary? What did it mean to you?
So basically the change was necessary because our game Seaport was meant to be played on a Facebook platform. That means that you were playing the game on a big screens like displays, and we did the change because we went to mobile, and in mobile you have a lot smaller screens, and in those screens the size of the building is really small, maybe 1.5 centimeters. So with a massive amount of detail that we had in buildings, it was necessary for us to change the visual for something like simpler, so you can recognize the building instantly.
So you can recognize them easier, and it's easier for our players and for us as well.
Yes.
I think it's a great change because I love the buildings very much.
Thank you very much. It took us longer than we expected, but right now we have more than almost 200 buildings ready for you, and we're gonna make more now in this new style, and the style is simplified, and yeah, it's ready.
So we released the app in February 2018, the mobile app. Did you draw these buildings before, or did you make them before the release, or after the release you realized that you need to change them?
Yeah, it was post after the release, and we did our best to keep the visual simple, so it plays well with the ships, basically. And we needed to do some technical changes also in the scale of buildings versus ships, and it all played well at the end. So our buildings used to be very detailed, and the player was not able to differentiate between the upgrades. When you upgraded the building, the visual change was not sufficient. So we changed the approach, and now it's like every 4th change is visible, and we call these changes eras in the game, and the impact is like, the difference is really strong. So we have like 16 different types of buildings for now, and more will come, I think. And each building needs to be recognized in a mobile device, so on a small screen it needs to be instant. And if you have eras, if everything is changing, like color and shape a little, then what we went with was we kept the position of the building, certain position, and the basic shape is not changing. It's the only thing is changing is like architecture a little, and the colors, so the eras are represented correctly.
And I have to tell you that the feedback from our players, it was really, really positive, and players loved it. Can you tell me, how do you make sure that the originally defined art style of the game is kept by all team members?
This is really interesting question. I'm not sure if you know, but Seaport is already 3 years in production, and we did some changes now. And that means the style that we set originally naturally evolved into this that we have now. And we have some techniques that help our team. I have like 12 people, 12 3D artists that are doing a really great job. And the things we are using, they are helping us to keep the level of detail, keep the colors in check, and stuff like this. It's really helpful for us to have these things, and we previously did not have them. So every artist would pick their own color, and the style was not consistent. We are having these things for consistency, basically.
No more mishmash.
No more mishmash. So the things that we are using to keep ourselves in check is basically depth of detail, in texture. We are low poly style, and low poly means, if you know what low poly means, it's like basically everything is made of squares and triangles and stuff like that, and each ship, for example, is made up to 1500 triangles, and
I didn't know that.
that's really it is, and it's tough for our 3D artists to keep themselves in check. But right now, 3 years in production, it's really, we are set and done, and everybody knows what to do. And the next thing is level of detail, low poly, which means 1500, and then colors, color palettes. And we do color palettes for each event, and it's something really, really useful.
And what's the biggest challenge for you when it comes to art in content-heavy games?
The biggest challenge for me, personally, let me think about it. It's in content-heavy games, you got a really lot of content, and it needs to be consistent. If you are professional, you want to do consistent visuals, but that's not the biggest challenge. For me, it's like I'm trying to measure the quality of art, like to be data-driven. And I'm hearing a lot, like graphics cannot be measured. What I really want to do is to know exactly where we are with art, and I'm trying to use approach of rating in a game. I know it's not much, but it's something. When you have up rating, like application rating, it's 4.6 maybe, and then you are like a good game. But it depends on how many people rated the game, for example. If you have like 4.9 and it has been rated by 19 people, it can be really crappy game. If you have 4.2 and it was rated by 20 million, I will go with that. That will be probably a better game visually. So that's my biggest challenge, to seek to find the truth and find the correct approach how to measure art in our games.
You change the port visual in Seaport game with every event. So can you tell us how long does it take to change it, and is it worth it?
Oh yeah, you mean the backgrounds in the port?
Yes.
We are changing them constantly because we are using the event system, and one event is basically 4 weeks up to 6 weeks, and the player can see the background during this time. One background can take up to 7 days of work. That means 1 week and plus something, and it's a team effort. In the beginning, we will decide what to sketch, what to do, and then we are using like one guy basically to do this, and it's really like a reward for the player, and that's the main theme of the event.
Yes, I have to admit that players are very excited about the new visual of the board every event. And if community likes it, that's what matters, right?
Right, that's very true. And I have a question for you, dear artist. Do you think that community feedback is important? Do you care about it or not?
Yeah, tell us, we want to know. And this is it. Thanks, Petya, for this great interview.
Anytime, Lenka.
It was a pleasure. And don't forget, if you are free-to-play game developer, please join our group where you can discuss this topic further. You can find the link in the description box below. So thanks for watching and see you next week. Ciao!
So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm looking forward to your insight. Bye!